In this exercise tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to do supine trunk rotation. Now there's two styles of this. There's a physiotherapy style, which would be aimed at trying to increase range of motion and mobility, and the second version, which is going to be progressing into an exercise. So think about the first variation I'm going to show you as improving range of motion and mobility, and the second as a progression where we start to get core and also obliques firing. Now firstly, a mat is optional, but I would recommend one. You're going to pop your feet together, lay back and pop your knees together. Your hands are going to be outstretched to the side of your body. And now in this position, my head and my back are all in contact with the floor. As I start to drop my knees to the side, I'm looking for a position where my mid-back is still on the mat. Now, my lower back, specifically my right hip here, is going to be off the floor, and I can hold this for my desired amount of time, stretching, and then come back to the center and do exactly the same thing on the other side. So this would be how to increase range of motion over time. You're looking to stretch out the hips and also the lower back. And of course, if we want to make that into a physical exercise, all we need to do is, again, feet together and knees together, hands into the floor, start off with the whole of your back in contact with the mat and just start to drop to the side. Now again, that right hip's going to come off the floor. We don't want to come too far where we're falling all the way over. We want to be in a position where we're just getting a gentle amount of right hip off the floor. And then what you're going to do is squeeze your core as hard as you can and return back to the start position. So you can see how much of my hips are coming off the floor on the camera. As I come down, you'll notice my left hip now is off the floor. However, I've still got my upper back and mid back in contact with the mat. And again, I'm going to hold each time for 3 to 4 seconds, really brace and draw the core in, and then return back to my start position. I'll do it again that side so you can see on the camera. So I'm coming slowly until my left hip's off, but still I've got my mid and upper back on the floor. I'm pushing into the floor with my hands to give me stability. I'm going to brace my core and really push down into the mat to try and get that hip back on the floor. Now, of course, you repeat that for your desired amount of sets and repetitions, and make sure you do even reps on both sides, whether you're doing the first variation of trunk rotation or the progression.